Welcome to the Wild Garden Farms kitchen. Today we are making Nettle Mayonnaise. The wild greens are up right now. They are going just nuts. They are so good for you, packed with vitamins and minerals and lots of nutrients, and are brilliant at detoxifying our systems. It is spring cleaning time. Time to flush and just kind of get rid of all of the heaviness from the soups and stews, the meaty dishes, the heavier dishes, the preserved foods from the winter. We're making space for the light and the bright and the green to come in. So we are making a super simple homemade mayonnaise with nature's multivitamin, nettles, but you could also use chickweed, you could use creasy greens, you could use purple dead nettle. There's a lot of spring greens that would also work. So join me. So first, we add in all of the ingredients except for the oil. So here's what we're doing. I have in here already 2 egg yolks. We're gonna add a 3rd egg yolk. So just get a second bowl. Do the best you can. If it falls in, don't worry about it. You can just pick it up, use your hands to separate it out, and throw it in the blender. All right, so we've got 2 yolks. And then we're gonna do 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. You could also use vinegar if you want, but I like 1, 2, 3. I like the brightness of the lemon juice here. I'm gonna put in 1 garlic clove. I don't know, nettles and mayo, got that little aioli feel going on, and garlic, it just sounded really good to me. We're gonna do 1 teaspoon of mustard. This is optional, but I think it's gonna go really nice with the nettles too. All right, a pinch of salt. If you wanna measure, maybe about a 1/4 teaspoon, but not too much. The nettles actually have kind of like a salty flavor to them. All right, I'm gonna set these over here. So then all that's left is the nettles. I harvested these today. They're starting to come up. They're so bright and green and beautiful. Nettles, really great for detoxification, really great blood cleanser, and high, very high in vitamins and minerals. Nature's multivitamin is their nickname. Really high in iron, lots of good stuff in there. If you're not used to handling nettles, use gloves. I don't mind. I kind of like the little stings. Once everything is nice and ground up in here and blended, you don't have to worry about the nettles stinging you anymore. So that was about 1 cup. And it would have been about 1 cup packed down. So we're gonna do about 1 packed cup of nettles. Okay, and then all that's left to do is to add the oil. I'm gonna use avocado oil. This is from Costco. We are staying away from seed oils in this house. This is technically a fruit oil. So I will use avocado oil. I do use olive oil. Olive oil sometimes can have a strong flavor, so I like using avocado oil in my mayo. When you're adding oil, you wanna go very slowly and very carefully so that everything emulsifies and blends really nicely. Otherwise, the oil can separate and it can get kind of chunky and not well mixed and blended. So we're gonna go very low and very slow. All right, everything is nice and blended in here. It looks and tastes like mayonnaise. I may need a little bit more salt. So I'm gonna add a little bit more salt, and while I'm doing that, while we are moving the mayo from the blender, which you can use a food processor as well, into my little container, let's talk about eggs. So since we are using raw egg yolk, it is very important to know where your eggs come from, how your chickens are treated, and what they've been eating. So if you don't have your own chickens, or you don't have family or neighbors or friends who have any who can give you some eggs, the next best is organic pastured eggs. You can get those at your market. You can get those at the grocery store. Make sure that the chickens are well treated. They're pastured, which means they can run around, which is different than cage-free or different than pasture access. Some people are very particular about not wanting chickens that are fed corn and soy. I think this is important, and also I think it's important to be realistic in what you can find. So just do your best. Do your best and trust your gut and trust your nose. If it smells bad, don't use it. All right, so this is almost all out. And one thing I did not mention before is with the nettles, you definitely want to cut them from the stems. The stem is very fibrous. In fact, it has been used for thousands of years for clothes and rope and fabrics. And it'll get stuck in the bottom of the blender or the food processor, and it's just pretty tough. So you got to take the leaves off. So I'm just going to mix this up a little bit more since I added some salt. Yum, yum. If you want to give it a slightly sweet flavor, you could add a little bit of honey. You could add more than 1 clove of garlic, but look at this gorgeous green color. I'm really excited about this. I think I'm gonna make some, y'all, it's Nettle Mayonnaise. It's so good, it just tastes like mayonnaise. So I'm making some sourdough right now. I think I'm gonna roast some chicken, maybe roast some sweet potatoes. So I think this is my plan. I'm obviously gonna put it on sandwiches. This is so good on a BLT, but I think tonight I'm gonna do like an open face theme. So I think I'm gonna do sourdough and then spread some of this mayo on there and then do some roasted sweet potatoes. I may do a little skillet thing with sweet potatoes and ground beef. So the sourdough with the Nettle mayonnaise, with the sweet potatoes, with the ground beef is gonna be really tasty. This is so good. And I know with my mayonnaise, I'm getting lots of vitamins and minerals. I'm getting nature's multivitamin. I'm so grateful. These incredible herbs that are up right now, that are here to help our bodies, that we can just go pick and eat for free. Just make sure you know when you're harvesting that you are 100% with your plant ID. Like I said before, you could do chickweed, you could do purple dead nettle, you could do maybe not a full cup, but some green onions, some spring onions would be really tasty in this. Look how delicious that looks. Nettle mayonnaise. You could make a chicken salad with this, tuna salad with this would be really lovely. So play with your raw greens, make sure you know what they are before you eat them. Play with your mayonnaise, switch it up. Let me know what you do with this mayo. It's a fantastic dipping sauce. All right, happy spring, have fun, go play. We'll see you next week.